Okay, so welcome back. Feeling a bit groggy. Me and Aristo went out last night, but I'm going to try and get this all done today. I've managed to clean these off. Got all the stuff's arrived. These are going to come off. I've never done this before. I just decided if I'm going to take it apart, I might as well just do it properly. So I've got to take these off. I think this has got to come off very, very rusty. I really hope I don't open a patina worms doing this. But yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to get these off on both sides, take this off. I've got some new calipers. I was going to fix them, but I've decided that was absolutely pointless. I don't know how to do it, you see. So I'd rather have just paid the money to get to just get them, and then I can just whack them on, bleed them, and it's done. No headaches. I still need to get the radiator on. I'm just going to try and do this as quick as I possibly can because I ain't going to have a chance. Otherwise, it's the only time I've got off work. Great success. That was nerve-wracking. Now I've got to get that piece off that, I think. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and work that out now. So I managed to get it off by putting it upside down like that on top of a brake disc with that. You see that goes, that was like that, and all I did was hit the bottom piece. I smacked it off, so that came off. It was a little bit difficult, but I just kept pelting it and it's come off. We've got to do the next side now. Just to show you again what I did. See how I've put the disc, I've put it like that, upside down on the disc, and I've hit these here to push that through. I'd be very careful though, because if you smash that off, that's going to be a bit of a headache. But it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be, to be honest. I'm a fifth of the way there. Then I've got to get the new dust shields on, which I sprayed yellow, and I've done a crap job because I'm rushing it, because I need to get this on the road to get rid of all that rubbish. And I've sprayed the paint on a bit thick, so it's taken a while to dry. But I've just realised I've got to paint the caliper carriers as well. So I think I'm deciding that I'm not doing that. I'm just going to leave them half painted, as bad as it sounds. And then when I get round to it, when it's a lot warmer, I'll just spray paint over them at a later date. I just realised I explained that totally wrong. It was upside down. I was hitting it on itself, which was wrong. So hit it down on these bits here. I was hitting it those, well, that was the opposite way around. So all I was doing was hitting that against that, which wasn't doing anything. So yeah, that's why it wasn't coming off. So all we've got to do is do that. It should come off. So this is my terrible paint job. I've added a little bit extra protection to it, so it's good enough. Like I say, I'll do a better job at another date, but I need to get this on the road ASAP. We're getting there. Looks pretty good now. That's what I was talking about. I was going to paint all this and match it all up, but I really ain't got the time. It's not my beloved grey van, which I've done all this stuff on. It's all been done. So, you know, I ain't got the time to do it on this one, unfortunately. If I can get myself a garage at some point, I might keep it. But yeah, I'm going to get the stainless steel shims on that, put the pads on, and I'm going to go to the other side. And then there's only the front to do. I'm just getting the wheels out to put them on, and I've just noticed this. How on earth this tyre's holding air, I do not know. That's crazy. How is that possible that it's not going flat? Wow, that was hard work. Managed to get that off. That was the bottom one. I'm not sure whether it's because someone's put these Bilstein shock absorbers on it or what, but I don't recall it being this hard to do the drop links on all my other vans and all my other Astras. Got a new one, £9 I think that was, and that's gonna go in there. That's one done. Let's hope the other one's a lot easier than that. I don't know what's going on here. I can't get it off. That, I can't get a socket, or I don't understand how I could have done it on the opposite side, but I can't on this side. I really don't get it. I can't get the socket on the back of that with this, and I did on the other side. I have no idea what's going on, and my grinder's not necessarily broke. There's a bit missing off of it, so I can't use it, because normally I'd just chop that straight off. So I think I'm gonna have to call it a day on that, and I'll borrow someone's grinder and chop that off tomorrow. But I think that's a good stint done today. All I've got left to do now is that, obviously. I've taken off the front bumper, which literally took 30 seconds. I can't put that wheel on just yet. Why is that? Oh, because I just need to jack it up a bit more, so I'll get that wheel on before the end of play today. I was about to drain the oil out of it, but I figured because there's no water in it and the radiator's knackered, that I need to fill it up with water, with the radiator that holds water, to get it up to temperature so I can flush it and whatnot. This is the radiator that's knackered. Look, you can see it's all falling apart. But I did just notice this, because they've put a 3-door crash bar. Obviously it's a 5-door because it's a van estate. It does have aircon, but look, it's touching the crash bar. So I don't know what to do about that. Do I cut a piece of the crash bar out? I mean, that's not really that clever, is it? Probably shouldn't do that. Or it's either that or I'll sand the face of that just so it just about misses it. And that motor does feel a bit knackered. So the next bit, tomorrow, I'm going to finish the front bit, the drop link. I'll have to borrow the grinder, like I said. We'll get that radiator out tomorrow. I'm just making a bit of a start today. It's been a long day today. My head's hurting, but we're getting there. Yeah, so that's what's next. So it's the next day on it. I've got all this off this morning. This is why I think it's leaking. This is all loose. Ah, there you go, there's the hole. So that's it then. Let's get this, finally get this off. Get the radiator on, put it all back together. I still can't get this off. No idea why, but I'll deal with that later. So I've got it off now. That was an absolute pain in the ass. These things, I absolutely hate them. I really don't get them. They could have made it a lot easier to take out than that. It's going to be a nightmare to get that back in. But yeah, I've got it off. A lot has had to come off to get it off. There's a lot of like rust in there, which I'm kind of worried about. Whether that will fall into the engine in the channels inside the block, I don't know. But what I'll definitely be doing is flushing this before I put proper coolant in it. Ooh. Looks like someone might have been in here. Anyway, check the fan on both of them, they both work. This one's the second-hand one that I've had for years. Let's get that slapped on and hopefully it didn't take me hours to get this back on. Just gonna fill it up with some water for now, just to test it. I'm also gonna put some detergent soap that you put in with your clothes. I'm gonna put a bit in this just to wash it out, because I think there's a hell of a lot of rust in there. I'm hoping that'll go down, because that was only, what, 5 litres? It shouldn't have filled up like that. Maybe the thermostat's closed. But yeah, I've got it on loosely at the moment, just so I can get it tested. Finally got it on. Had to go and buy new grinders, chop off the nut. Don't know if you can see it in there. That's on, wheels are on. All that's left to do now is I'm gonna put the crash bar on. Well, after I've put the crash bar on and the front bumper, I'm gonna try, I'm absolutely knackered. I'm gonna try and change this steering wheel, because look at it, it's very horrible. That's people's skin and sweat and nastiness, so that's gonna get thrown in the bin. And then I'm gonna put this steering wheel off my grey Astra van, which I was just keeping as a bit of a, I don't know what you'd call it, just for the memories really from driving around Europe in it, but I'm going to put it in this instead. So once I've done that, all I've got to do is get it MOT'd and it'll be done. And I think what I'm going to do is I'll do a video of the first drive when I first get it on the road and see what it's actually like. So that's it, the steering wheel's off. Absolutely horrible. I have made another video of how to do this. I changed the steering wheel in the grey van to a Corsa D steering wheel. If you want to check that out, that's on my channel as well. Yeah, it's looking better and better. Right, so there we are. That's all done. It's all ready now. All I've got to do is put the rear right tail light back in after I've took all the water out of it. That's it, job done. Just got to get it MOT'd now. Can't wait to see what this looks like after a clean. I also found out yesterday, I think it did have power folding mirrors, which is quite hard to come by. Hoping all this stuff comes off. Get a new boot and that's it. Ready for work. So I'm getting the tracking done. Got it through its MOT, just about. I'm gonna go and give it a wash now and see how it comes up. I think they lit a fire next to it last night. There's all ash all over it. A bit concerned as to why it seems to be dark on the outside and the inside. I made sure I greased everything up. Yeah, it's the same on this side. Hopefully that'll change once it beds in. We're gonna get this washed now. Oh, wash. And I've noticed this. Look, you can't see any wipers right now.
Yeah, now it's going back to where it was before, look. I don't know what's going on there. Right, let's show you how well this has turned out then. I can see out the window nice and clearly now. There's something definitely wrong with the wipers. Apart from the boot. Let's got it back on the road. At some point I will drive this somewhere, but I don't really trust it just yet because I've only just bought it and it's on 250,000 miles. I've got a feeling it might be slightly overheating because the fan keeps coming on when I initially start it and it hasn't come on since, and I've had it ticking over for about 2 hours now driving it around. I haven't turned it off, but then again diesels take forever to heat up, but it does seem like the fan ain't coming on. I'm going to plug it into Opcom when I get home, see if the temperature's reading right. If not, then that's another job I'll have to do because I don't want it overheating. So as you've probably seen on that other video, it keeps on overheating, and I've just spoke to a few people and what they're reckoning is the thermostat's stuck shut, and that's why the water just keeps going round and round and round and round. And I've been told if I let it run like that, the head gasket's going to go, and I need to get to work tomorrow. So my plan is take the thermostat off this because I forgot all about it. I can take the thermostat off this and I'm going to put it on that. But this van, and little gremlins keep appearing and things keep going wrong, but I reckon I'll change the thermostat and hopefully it'll stop boiling over, and if it does, that's it, it's fixed. So I reckon it's been sat for a year, hasn't it? So of course the thermostat's going to get stuck because that's what happened to that car when that was parked up for a year. Thermostat got stuck, so hopefully that'll fix it. I'll be driving this to Benidorm with my friends in about 2 weeks. That video is going to be on the Mandem TV. If you want to see what happens with that, that's on a different YouTube channel. But on this I've still got to, the lights have just came, the DS3s I think they're called, the Xenons for that have just arrived. The bumpers at the spray paint man yet again. I've got to take the intercooler off because it's broke, but that I've got 20 days to get that ready to go on this road trip to Benidorm with the lads. This, we'll get to that at some point. Well, that lasted long. I think the engine's just, the head gasket's gone. There's no water in it. It's completely empty. Yeah, fucking head gasket's gone. Brilliant. That was the quickest way to waste £1,000, that is. Right. Well, I think that's the end of that YouTube series. Unless I can somehow figure out how to do it. No, I ain't spending no more time on this. It's a bag of crap. And then it just drains back down. I don't understand it. Basically, I've changed the thermostat, which had the different temperature sensor on it. I've changed that in the idea that it would stop it from overheating. That hasn't stopped it overheating. And when I'm driving along, you can hear the water occasionally, like every 10 seconds, it just releases pressure out of that. So I think it's getting pressurized via the head gasket, and that is why I'm having to put a litre in it every day. So annoyingly, I think that's the end of it for this one. I'm going to try and put a head gasket tester thing on that, and then we'll see where we'll go from there. But I think I'm going to end up flipping getting rid of this. It's literally done 2 days worth of work and it seems to have broken. Luckily, my other black van that I use for work, I will take this bumper off it, and that's about all I can get from this. I'll probably take the discs and pads off it because I've just spent £190 on new discs and calipers. I think I'll take all of that off and I'll put it on that and get that fixed. I think I should have just bided my time and just got this fixed. That's so annoying.